Hi there, this is Donahoe and welcome to IMSCTV. Now, in today's video, I want to tackle one of the things I get asked about most, which is how can I build a list? Now, you've probably heard the phrase, the money is in the list, and it's very true if you have a list that is responsive, that you've built trust with and rapport with. Now, a lot of people out there will get a list, and you see this a lot with some of the so-called gurus out there that will get a list and then literally hammer it every day with offers, and they burn through this. It's called turn and burn marketing. Well, what I recommend for you is something completely different, because the money is in the list, but you've got to build a relationship with that list so that you establish credibility, you establish trust and confidence in everything you do. Now, when you're building a list, one of the easiest ways to really build a list is give something away of value. Now, when I'm on stage, for example, one of the things we do before anything else, it's actually one of the secrets of good salesmanship when you're speaking on the stage and selling something from the stage, is give something away. What this does, it puts you in a position of being, first of all, an authority figure, that you've got something that you can provide to your group and your list. And then within that giveaway, you also establish credibility, but you also establish a word I have trouble saying, which is reciprocity. Reciprocity. Basically, you give something and you're doing it without expecting anything in return. But the human psychology is you've given something, now they kind of owe you a little something, whether it's their time to read your emails, or maybe later on down the line, if you build up a lot of reciprocity. See, I could actually say at that time, verbal dyslexia. You can't live with it, can't live without it. So you build up a lot of reciprocity with your list. You can have fun with your list. And again, you establish a communication, a dialogue with your group. Now, what I like to do, before I even talk about ways you can build your list, let's talk about the foundation. One thing I like to do is give something away of incredible value. Something that is an absolute no-brainer to my market. And I'm not just talking internet marketing. This could be anything from acne treatments to, cosmetic surgery, to weight loss, to any market you're in. Your market has a problem, and you are establishing yourself as an authority figure in that market. So what you need to do is take one of their problems, probably one of their biggest problems, and help them solve it. For example, if I was talking about acne treatments, I would maybe give away a quick guide, maybe a 10, 15-page guide that talks about the dangers of over-the-counter medication. Now, what I'm doing here is, if they're concerned and they're looking for natural remedies, and they're concerned about the dangers of using things like whatever the latest skin cream is, I'm not going to mention any names, but they use chemicals that can have bad reactions to some people. So a lot of people are very conscious of that. So in their minds, they're concerned, and you're tackling that concern and addressing that concern with a great giveaway. And then in there, you could call this report, just as an example, 5 hidden dangers to using over-the-counter skin creams. What you're doing right there is they're engaged in what you have to offer. And it's very simple. You just write this down in Word, put a cover on it. If you need a cover, go to fiverr.com. You can get someone to create a cover for your report very, very quickly. And then here's what you do. So again, another thing that most people don't do when they're building a list. Create a long email sequence, maybe about 30 emails or something like that. And then drip feed them out every few days, maybe every 3 to 4 days. And what I like to do is I like to have a little bit of value, and then maybe I'll roll in promotion somewhere along the line. Maybe in about the 4th or 5th email, I'll start mentioning other products that may be affiliate products, maybe your own products. But you've got to have that initial block right at the start where you engage and basically cement your authority, your knowledge, and everything else. Now, here's the cool thing. You don't have to have your own product. You could promote affiliate products. But what you're doing is establishing you as someone who needs to be listened to, and you guide that message. You create that message and align yourself with your prospect. So it's a very powerful thing to do. And about 30 emails, basically you are establishing a long-term relationship. And that sounds like you're not getting married or anything like that, but you're establishing a rapport. And when you do that with many, many people, you have an active user base who literally hangs on your every word. And in business, that is essential to your literal success, because a lot of people who are online marketers, their primary form of communication is email. Now we're expanding also into new technologies like mobile marketing, which is if you're going into mobile marketing and SMS messaging, for example, if you establish credibility, the open rates on mobile marketing and SMS messages is about 97%, compared to about an industry standard of about 14% with an email list. But you get higher response rates and open rates and click-throughs with more credibility. So you can go up to, in some cases with my lists, about 40% open rates, because I have established a strong rapport with my market. And that's one of the critical ways that we went from 6 to 7 figures in our business. Now, with that being said, how can you actually get people to your list? Okay, you've got a fantastic squeeze page. You've highlighted all of the key benefits they're going to get from your giveaway, and maybe you bundle some giveaways. Maybe you give a product away straight away or something away straight away, and then later on you give more stuff away. Again, that's going to help you establish massive credibility. So one of the first things you can do when you're building your list is ad swaps. Now here's the cool thing. There are lots of people out there with lists, and there are many websites, many Skype groups and Facebook groups dedicated to ad swaps. And what these are people in the same market as you, and you can find people in different niches, and even contact people maybe who are on ClickBank and have lists already and products in your market. And guess what? You can do an ad swap. And basically it's usually click for click swap. So if you can generate 100, 1,000, 10,000 clicks, they will try and match those clicks. And there are some great services out there that will help you with that. But the cool thing with ad swaps is they promote your email and your squeeze page, you promote theirs. Now what happens, and this is again where you have the advantage, a lot of people don't have that very long email sequence and follow-up sequence. Well, that's incredible, and it can be very powerful for you, but they likely don't do that. So what happens is, although you're getting their list and people signing up for your no-brainer offer, you're also now going to establish massive credibility. Even if they're freebie seekers, you can build up incredible credibility, and this works incredibly well outside of IM as well as inside internet marketing. So ad swaps are very powerful, and you just go find people on ad swap websites, on Skype groups, ask around. Ask people who may be able to refer you to different groups and get you into these groups so you can get started with that. And start small, get used to it, get used to the process, and then expand as your list grows as well. Another way you can do this is with giveaways. Now, giveaways are very powerful. Usually what happens, and this is very prevalent in IM, but you could actually organize your own giveaway if you want to. And what happens is people join this giveaway, and it's a big kind of launch where people can get all these freebies. And what they do is they join this list, and then they have to go to these different squeeze pages to get the special offers. The thing is that everyone in this giveaway has to promote the main offer. That's their basically reason to participate. And then if their offer is enticing enough, they get a lot of sign-ups. Now, I've done this many times with different things, and I've given away like $1,000 course on these, maybe one of my older courses. But the cool thing by doing that is when it comes to the giveaway, someone sees $1,000 course and all this extra training, people are like, no way, this is awesome, and they sign up. And I actually walk away with a massive boost to my list. And then again, I've got the email sequence behind everything I do, and that helps me establish massive rapport. So I have participated in giveaways where I have literally added 20 to 30,000 people to my list because my giveaway, my offer is incredible. And then again, I retain those people by actually building massive credibility with my email sequences and other giveaways I might give away, because I want to be generous. I want to give you as much value as possible. So actually one of the reasons I do IMSCTV, because I've got so much knowledge and experience with what I do. I've got over 15 years of experience in internet marketing. I like to share these skills with people because it helps everyone. Right now, you may be having a very small list and you want some extra stuff. Well, great, elevate it. I want to help you build your list and build your business. So this is kind of a giveaway in itself to help build rapport. You're seeing me right now, you're establishing a connection with me, I hope, and we're actually kind of communicating because I'm talking directly to you. That's another great little tip there. If you are writing your email sequence, write as if you're talking to one person, your perfect customer, and you'll be able to filter out the people in those groups who really can benefit from your knowledge. Okay, this next tip is actually very powerful and no one really does this. Press releases. Now, I love press releases. I do press releases for everything. And one of the things that most people don't realize is if you're tackling something in a niche where you're addressing a direct problem, you can turn that and spin that into a news story. Now, by turning this into a news story, you can talk about, we used the example we used earlier on, 5 hidden dangers of using over-the-counter acne treatments. That's a great news story if you spin it right. So you could have it like an article, as an example. This is the way I do this. I have an article talking about this, and I allude to what's in this special report. And I talk about that in the press release, and then say, you can find more information by getting this special report right now. So that becomes my press release. I spin it like a news story, and then at the bottom in the links, talk about where you can get this special report. Well, here's the thing. You get in the news areas of like Google News, Yahoo News, if you're using a distribution network. EmailWire is a great service, WebWire. If you want to go hardcore, you can use PRWeb, but that's pretty expensive. And there are even free press release sites out there. And the cool thing is, if you're targeting a specific word like, for example, acne treatment, there's a good chance you can also be on the first page of Google. Now, the brilliant thing with this, I've done this where I've literally thrown a couple of press releases out over the period of a week, and I've got about 10,000 signups. And now this has worked outside of IM as well as inside IM. And doing press releases is art to itself. So if you need to, again, outsource it. Find someone on Fiverr who will write a press release for $5. Or find a copywriter that will do it, somewhere maybe on the Warrior forums, for example. If you look at the Warriors for Hire section, there are lots of people who write content and are very, very good at it. And then you get to learn the style, and then you can do it yourself and basically master your own skills of basic copy editing for press releases. And you can even find people on Fiverr that will distribute your press releases. They've got the expensive software that will do that for you and tools that will do that for you. You can get your press release distributed for just $5. And then maybe do a little bit of a bump to it with some social media stuff and other forms of distribution, and you are ready to rock. You can actually get more exposure, and if you've got links back to your website, you can elevate it in terms of SEO as well. So there's lots of benefits to using press releases, and for list building, it's absolutely amazing. Now again, another thing that most people miss, and this is a huge opportunity, is getting involved with forums. Now you have to check the terms of service obviously on the forums, but usually you can put a link in your signature. And guess what? Just say 5 hidden dangers of skin acne care, get this special report, and you link it to your squeeze page. And then get involved with the forum. What happens is you start building credibility right in front of your audience. And again, you can refer to this and people see this great report that's a no-brainer giveaway to them. Guess what? You start building a list instantly. And again, you're in the giving cycle. You can sell later on, but initially you really should be in the giving mindset. And that value and that everything you give comes back on you tenfold. It's an amazing effect. And again, if you told me this 5 years ago, I wouldn't have believed it until I applied it myself. And literally, that's when our business shot up in terms of success. Now, we talked about social marketing very briefly in terms of press releases. However, you can actually set up entire campaigns built around your giveaway. For example, get a tab on Facebook with your free gift. And then if you've got a Facebook fan page, great. You could start getting more likes. You can drive people to your fan page, get engagement there, and give away your actual product. It's very, very powerful. It's certainly something you can do very easily. You just set up a tab, a little bit, and there's some great tutorials. In fact, I'm going to do a workshop on this probably, on how to set up a fan tab and get your squeeze and your actual sales funnel from Facebook going. Maybe I might release that as a special report very soon. Keep an eye out for that. But it's very, very powerful. Or you could set up like posts and promoted posts or ads on Facebook if you want to go the paid route. Or you could do just posts and then get people engaged, send out tweets, put it on LinkedIn, even do a video about it on YouTube, and literally tackle your keyword. So there are many different ways that you can literally jump in and create and use social media to boost your list very, very quickly. So there you go. That's several ways that you can literally build your list for free and literally kick it into the stratosphere. And believe me, this is one of the beautiful things, and most people don't realize this, is that when you build a huge rapport, confidence, and trust with your list, selling becomes that much easier. You don't have to be a great copywriter. You don't have to be, just the absolute master in salesmanship, because people trust you, and then your recommendations have weight and value, and literally you will double or triple your profits just by applying the strategies we've talked about today. So go ahead, start building your list, and I will see you in another episode of IMSCTV very soon. Take care.